A lot of us can feel burned out after finishing everything in our favorite games, and that's perfectly fine. As someone who's gone through that a couple of times before, I thought this video may help a couple of you who are feeling bored and need some inspiration. Here are some things to do in Genshin if you're feeling that burnout. Randomizing teams. But really, try to do abyss or dailies with randomized teams. It's fun and it puts your teams and your skills to the test. Things can get boring and stale if you're using your most OP characters and finish things too quickly with them. This keeps things fresh. Building every character. Now, if you've built almost everyone, then try building the worst ones. Seriously, it's useless, but it's also fun to see how far you can go with a character like Aloy or Amber, and you can show off your skills to everyone. And you can flex if you want. You open up a lot of different team comps and possibilities by building more different characters. And it's also a little bit fun to go into co-op with maybe a level 90 Amber and see how people react. This one is not for everyone, but Genshin Photography is really fun. I've done this a couple of times and it gets even more fun with events and new regions, and sometimes you can go as far as editing the pictures and making an edit or something if you've got that much free time in the first place. It also makes for a good art reference if you're an artist or just want to put it out there somewhere. It's really nice and relaxing, and I do it a lot, actually. I've also created a short video on how you can make your game look a little bit better, so if you want to do that and check it out and maybe take some pictures, then that would be fun. Keep in mind that if you're using an NVIDIA filter, you can't really take a screenshot from the game. You have to screenshot from your computer. So any picture in the game, it will come out looking completely normal. So keep that in mind before doing any photographing here. Genshin lore deep dive. Now, this is also not for everyone, but this is specifically for people who are really interested in Genshin lore. And this is not strictly like you don't really have to be playing the game while doing this, but it's nice and gives you a lot of background, and you can really enjoy the lore more the more you know about it, especially since most of us can play in a hurry sometimes. Maybe you've missed some events or you're rushing to get primos, so you're not really paying attention, and that's perfectly fine. So maybe take that time to actually know the lore of the game. It's fun, and it makes you a lot less confused in the future. Artifact farming, just for the sake of it. Genshin could end, but that truly never ends. You don't have the perfect artifacts yet, so keep on farming. And if you think you have the perfect artifacts, then make an alternate build for your characters. Try to see a DPS build of your favorite support characters and see if that can actually work for you. It usually ends in a really good way, and you will have no regrets. In the end, you will get some good artifacts, and if you're not going to use them with this character, just keep them for later. This one is a little bit, well, not everyone will agree with this, but the Serenity Pot still exists. If you want it. I know a lot of people aren't really into it, me included, because I do not have that patience, and also if I wanted The Sims, I could just go play it. But for those who care, it's still out there. TGC. That's it. Play TGC if you're so bored. But I really don't know how it works. It's a bit fun. I personally haven't had that much experience in TGC. So maybe if I get that bored, I will also play TGC. Who knows? This is not for antisocial Genshin players, but try to go help beginners. It's very fun and it may make you anxious, but I promise. Most people do appreciate it. And I personally still remember that Chanling and Razormane who helped me get through Dragonspine, so really, your efforts will be appreciated. And lastly, ever thought of creating another account on the rest of the servers? And finally, try to take an actual break, if needed. It is fine, games are meant to be fun and enjoyable. You're not supposed to force yourself. I personally took a very long break and came back much happier and way more excited, and if it's not really bringing you happiness, and feels like it's a stressful and you're pressured to play it just for primos, then you don't have to do it, really. you can still come back later when you're ready and your account will be waiting for you. And I promise, whatever character you miss out on, you can always get in the future. So with that said, I hope that you guys liked this little video, and I hope to see you again here on my channel. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, and all that stuff, and I'll see you soon. Bye!